Okay, this is the daily money-making setups from the S&P E-mini using the processtrading.com right edge trading system in the 1500 tick bar chart. And what we saw today is that there was two trades we're taking, and those two trades would have been all you would need on a day like today. So when the day started over in this area here, we see that the price went up a little bit and came down to support. Support is the process trading VWAP line. We remember that the VWAP line is used for both trend trading and also support and resistance, and also a regression to the mean line. So it came down to support. It bounced off of it here, came back down to support. And right here is where we can take our first trade according to the process trading right edge system and using the processtrading.com trade management system. And that system says that we can take a trade to the long side if the VWAP is yellow and we have a timing alert dot that is below the price bar. So we have that right here. The trade management system says that we must place our order entry 2 points above the high of the bar associated with the timing alert dot. So the high of this bar here is 2781.50. So we would have to place our trade at 2783.50. And that would get us in right at this area here. Well, if we get into that area here, we're in at 2783.50. We could go up to this point here with that short-term trend, and that takes us to 2790. So it's like 83.50 to 2790, like 5.5 points. At this point here, that was our only trend trade of the day. But with 5.5 points, that's basically all we needed. Also, if you were wondering, well, how would you know to get out of that trade? Well, there's several ways. One, we could look down at our discretion indicators, and we see on Intergy, which stands for internal energy, there's demand here, but demand starts weakening right here with a weak red underscore. So the red underscore shows weakness, the yellow underscore shows strength. So that could be one sign. Then the sentiment oscillator here shows the momentum line cutting down through the sentiment line and cutting down through the upper bound right over in this area here. So this is another place that we could have exited. We could have exited here. This is another place we could have exited here. And if you went with the short-term trend oscillator, it then went below its upper bound right here. And so you could have exited here. The fourth way, or the fourth place you could have exited, really, so you could have exited 1 with the energy indicator, 2 with the sentiment oscillator, 3 with the short-term trend oscillator, and then you have the stop exit line. So when you're in an uptrend and the stop exit line turns red and price closes below the stop exit line, that's a place for you to get out. So that's another place that you would have known to exit here. So all in all, you would have, if you used any of those techniques, you would have ended up with anywhere between 4 and 5.5 points. Then at this point here, you could have taken a discretionary trade. You could not take a counter trend trade or a contrarian trade. These are the contrarian bands. This is the upper, the lower contrarian bands. And in order to take a contrarian trade, price either has to be touching or above or below the contrarian bands. Also, the price has to have a timing alert dot associated with it in that position. So we have a timing alert dot here. The third structure for a contrarian trade is the high of the bar with the timing alert dot has to be lower than the previous bar, and it fits that. So it fits all the contrarian trade criteria, except that price is not touching, nor is it gone beyond the contraband line. So this, in effect, would be a discretionary trade. And these are your discretionary indicators down here. So if you're looking, where would I get into this discretionary trade? It would be you'd get in on the strength of this reading, and you'd get in at the same place that you would exit your other long trade. So the first opportunity, and the only one we'll go over, would be right here at this professional bar that indicates that prices are going to go down. It's the professional bar going below the stop exit line. And in fact, that's what happened. Here's another professional bar going down, another professional bar going down, and then a bunch here. And you can tell when that's going to come to an end, both with color-coded volume bars, which you don't see here, but also with the discretionary indicators when you follow them. So you could get into this trade right here, and then 16:01. Let's see, there's 4 o'clock right there. So you would have been in from about here to here. Let's just see very quickly where that is. Even if you got in at the low, that would be 87.50, and the 1600 low is 81.25. So just call it 87.50 to 81.50, and that's another 6 points right there. So those were your two E-mini setups for today. Look to see if your system picked those out and pointed them out, because of how they were revolving around price action. So you had the indicators. So again, it told you what was going to happen, when it was going to happen, why it was going to happen, and then how to make it happen with the specific trade management techniques for a trend trade to the long side and a discretionary trade using the proper trade management techniques as laid out under processtrading.com on the right edge trading system. Again, you get 4 or 5.5 points here, 6 points this way. So a good day for, 9, 10, 11 points. So that's it for today. If you want to know more about the system, just subscribe below and you get the alerts every day. If you go over to processtrading.com, there's blogs and videos and everything to explain the whole system, how the trades work for discretionary trades, counter trend trades, and trend trades. And if you still have questions, you go down over to processtrading.com at the bottom. There's a contact form where you can leave your email and a question or a comment, and we will get back to you. So hope all your trading goes well, and we'll see you on the next video.